this is Valerie Killifer at the 2010 National Restaurant Association Show, and with me is Bob Fagan, Regional Sales Manager for Fetco. Bob, one of the things we're seeing in coffee trends right now are iced coffee beverages, and can you speak with us a little bit about that and how restaurants are leveraging iced coffee into their platform?
Sure. I think the concept now is getting to a lot of different avenues of it, where they're doing what they call cold brew. We're actually just brewing it and let it sit for 24 hours without doing a hot brew, which is giving it a bitter natural taste, and then taking some of the varietals of the different coffees that are out there by the origins, and they're coming up with the concepts with that right now. And people are trying to drink more and more coffee is what I'm seeing out there, especially in the New York area, and so they're able to do it all year round by going in that aspect of it and doing it right on site versus, or at the table, I should say, more, and then doing it in mass production also.
Does that help with the speed of the coffee service as well? I know sometimes when you order an iced coffee beverage, it takes a while to maybe steam the milk, or when you go to a coffee shop versus a restaurant. Is that helping operators?
I think it is. It gives them, they can actually make this beforehand and keep it stored back there. Different ways to do it. You know, we do our own concept right here, and other people do it, but you can actually have it all done, so when someone comes in, they can get served right away versus brewing at something, which is slowing things down.
Yes. That's always beneficial too. We're also seeing, restaurants becoming more demonstrative with their coffee production. Can you talk a little bit about that trend?
Yeah, actually, I just did a group of restaurants in the Philadelphia area, which actually one of the Iron Chefs, Jose Garces, has opened up. And what he actually wound up doing was each of the restaurants had a different venue to it. One was a Japanese, one was Mexican, one was something else. And what we actually did with the roaster, and what he actually did, was actually to match up the coffee serving with the food that's being offered. So what we wound up doing in a Japanese restaurant, he's offering Sumatra coffee, which is tied into that over there. And when he got to his Mexican restaurant in the University of Pennsylvania, he actually put in a Central American coffee. So I'm seeing that more and more, that they're actually getting to that way to tie it together. I think the chefs are starting to understand that's an important part and factor in the whole process that they're offering somebody now. In the past, it used to be a non-food product, so they didn't care, but I think they're starting to understand that that's the last thing that they have is before they leave the restaurant, and the last thought about something always stays with people.
Well, and that's a trend that can be used, in my opinion, no matter which segment of the industry you're in. There's always opportunity for pairings.
Yeah. And I think that it was just quite interesting to see him pick up on that right away, getting out there at that juncture right there. And he's also offering the opportunity now to do French pressing at the tables for people at that point, so you can go in and get a single cup at that point, so it gives you that opportunity. And I think French press is starting to become a little bit more, moving into the East out here more than it was. It used to start out in the West, and now the New York area is starting to get in more and more into that now. So people are looking at that to give that single cup there, where they could actually, spend more money and charge more money, but they're also giving it to somebody what they want.
Yeah. Well, and the French press, I've noticed over the years, is kind of moving away from the coffee houses and into more restaurants and whatnot.
Yeah, I think what's going on is that the chefs and the restaurant owners are understanding that this is all part of what they got to offer. If they don't have a good coffee, then the dessert's going to go away with them also. So they're only going to have just the food, and then people are going to leave to go someplace else, and they're trying to capture them all the time.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Great insights.
Thanks.